For you to burn the bridge to self-forgiveness. Now's the chance, take a stand, stay your hand before you cast another vote for corporate interest. Another vote that chokes your hopes of owning your own home or opening a business. They love to say their hands were tied, the stars just weren't aligned for them to get their votes in line to see their promises delivered. But they killed it in an instant. Bills don't die by accident, they're all assassinated on behalf of the congressionally kismet. By some lobbyists who see themselves as agents of clandestine fate, not fences in a prison. Dealing in the stolen goods of sleeping slaves and trading on the futures of their children. Betting on a spread of daily dead where every grave's creating profit by the millions. For some fascists lurking in the wings and all of their affiliates. And every Etna demigod our senators conduct their darkest dealings with. It really gets impossible to document or fingerprint, cause it isn't just a pattern of corruption, it's the very fabric making up the structure of the system that we're living in. So dash your hopes and down a margarita goes. You box the shadows, take a little nap, and then you get back in and swing again. But if the margarita made you sick, you probably wouldn't take a drink again. So if you're voting either party, honey, think again. I recommend you steel your nerves and never serve an officer, a president, a despot, or a king again. And mark my words, the day will come where we will rise and sing again. And if voting makes you sick, well, no one's forcing you to drink again.
I didn't have to wait for long, I never had to change a song. I just sing it like a raised alarm, smile when you say I'm wrong. I can't even fade the song, can't fake while you play the charms. And I don't know the page we're on, but this is where you say you're wrong.
This is where you finally admit you weren't ignorant. You boldly voted Joe like an informed and blissful idiot. You chose to blur the parts of Biden you don't find the prettiest. Now you choose uplifting news and filter out the grittiest. Like an informed and blissful idiot. But the truth is something coarse enough that even when it's hidden, it's apparent when you feel it on your fingertips. I know it's hard to deal with from a distance, and up close the truth is hideous. But there's just no getting rid of it. You've gotta let it in, or it just worries at your skin in every moment, loud or intimate. But shake it off, for fuck's sakes. You don't have to celebrate or be so proud of progress by imaginary increments. You don't have to heap such constant praise on fucking villains, like they're stillborn promises or honestly just isolated incidents, and not the product of the principle of privilege. Not intentional eugenics just by any other synonym, covered up with desperate clusterfucks of rosy images, labeled plain by any other name except for what the fucking image is. So once you stare the page down enough, you'll spot the difference. That one is red and one is blue, and that's the only truth, because neither one delivers on that promise of deliverance. One is red and one is blue, and that's the only difference. And the rest are isolated and imaginary incidents. One is red, one is blue, and that's the only difference.
I didn't have to wait for long, I never had to change a song. I just sing it like a raised alarm, smile when you say I'm wrong. I can't even fade the song, can't fake while you play the charms.
you eyeballs, what did you see?
It couldn't have been me, sir. I was front row.
We want to have just an off-the-cuff chat between you and me, us. We want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
We're live. We did it. We pressed the buttons.
We did it. Yay.
Yay.
We lost the Tommy somewhere. Yay.
Yay.
Everybody.
Run out.
Indie News Network, collaborative family of independent content creators.
It's American tradition. It's Indie. It's Jesse. What's up, everyone?
What's up, Space Monkeys? Welcome to Political Flight Club. I'm Robert Durden.
It's good to be here. Finally, I'm on Extra Bulla.
I'm Tatami of the YouTube channel Tatami's Diary.
Welcome to another episode of the show your parents warned you about. It's Reefer After Dark.
This is the Tommy Nation Politics.
Hey guys, this is Tommy,
Tuesday.
Tommy Nation Politics.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Politics is Survival.
Hello, my name is Luci from Blue Moon Red Wine, and I'm very happy to be a founding member of INN.
Well, hi, everybody. It is, how do we miss that?
We're also available on all your favorite podcast platforms. Again, Spotify.
On Twitter and Instagram.
YouTube.
Twitch.
Odyssey.
Facebook Live.
Discords and Telegram. And
Also on Amazon, Apple, Google Podcasts there also.
again, this is it. We use all these platforms to make sure that no one platform can shut us down. That's the other reason for diversification. They're trying to eliminate us.
It's kind of cool the way that these indie media networks, they operate differently than these other networks in that you're going to get honest opinions, you're going to get honest commentary because we're not sold out, but you're also going to get a lot of like unique personalities.
At Shutdown Amazon is now either co-opted or has explaining to do. In less than 1 month, he showed up to GQ, Teen Vogue, shaking Aunt POTUS's hand.
I still always like to say thank you and shout out the volunteers and the people that actually make this show happen.
I like it better than anything else.
Yeah, we know, Nancy. We know.
Guys, this is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. Free-thinking, innovative, and open-minded new independent progressive media.
We'll see you next time. This was the Politics of Survival.
You keep questioning everybody's motivations, and thank everybody for coming tonight, and we'll see you next week, and download the podcast. All right, everybody.
Don't vote Democrat.
Keep listening to what little birds have to tell.
Oh, shit. No, I ended it early. Oh, my God. We missed the end of it. Of course. Yay.
I mean, all you missed was like...
Labels
That's
are bad.
about it.
Stay independent. I think that's all that we missed, but it was awesome. Thank you.
Too quick.
We played it earlier today. If you check out that INN news stream that just aired.
Indy blew it.
You came too early, Indy.
No, dude. No, don't do that to me. Oh, somebody had to pull it.
That's why she's leaving. That's why she's going home and not staying the night.
Yeah, we knew we were going to get it. That's what she said. I didn't think it was going to happen this early, but okay. Warren's already frozen. Hi, everybody. Well, this is Indy. This is what you get with a Rando Roundtable and everybody crying after Joe makes that amazing video. So, I've been a blubbering mess all day watching this and yelling at children and trying to pay attention.
I was yelling at children today too. I was yelling at kids today too. It's a small world.
Yeah, but you were telling them to get off your lawn, Warren. Like,
no, I broke into somebody's house and they greeted me, and I was like, "Here, I'm trying to steal your stuff."
They said thank you afterwards, but yeah, well, somebody's got to discipline our kids. But so this is Indie News Network's Rando Roundtable, appropriately named by this guy Warren over here. I'm Indy. We've got Reef down here in the corner. Reef Breland. He's one of the co-founders, and we've got another co-founder, Collin, Radix-Carter. I'm sure we will have other members pop in during the evening, and it's going to be a blast. We're going to talk for an hour about who the hell knows what. But I figured I would start and just kind of, I didn't get to really, damn it. I don't want to do this, but I didn't get to talk about kind of reflecting on the year and holy shit, like watching this whole day and seeing what we put together. And we talked to some of these people a year ago and more have come on board since, and who we've helped, and the way people have come together to help each other has been, I can't say it enough times. I know I said it on How Do We Miss That earlier today, if you watch that, but getting Jesse a show and the brilliance of Jesse Jett, and we listened to a little bit before, but you know, to even give him the format of having a regular show, to be able to express his creativity and to come out with new pieces on a regular basis, to figure out what to do with Tara, you know, how to help Tara Reade once Spotify pulls her podcast. I mean, other than Lee Camp in our space, that didn't happen to anybody else there is. We had to figure out how do we get her like supported and back on her feet, and God, we love her. And of course, then she had a health thing like a month after that, and it you know, that was pretty public, and the way that she's rallied, and she was doing a stream, I think the next day. I mean, the perseverance there. I love you so much, and holy shit. I could literally go on about
again,
everybody.
Indy.
I'm here half in tears all day. Yeah, voice half cracking all day long, which is uncharacteristic of me, but I'm definitely nostalgic. I'm reflective and excited and grateful, and man, just in awe of what we've been able to pull off. What everyone's been able to pull off, really. Inspired by so many at RBN, at MCSC. I know you shouted out a bunch of them at the end of INN News, the last segment. But just scheduling out 16 live streams for one day. You know,
oh, and Restream decided that we needed 15 minutes in between segments less than an hour. Everyone killed it on time.
Yeah, thanks for that.
And it was just like, Restream was like, no, So we were like, all right, I guess we'll start this at like 8 in then. You know,
I was having some trouble with that too. So my secret show tonight will be starting on Thursday. Tonight.
Right.
Whoa, a little bit of a delay, but the show must come.
Rick, Cynic, how are you? But again, like,
tune in Thursday.
Again, here we go. I'm saying again every third word. Now I'm catching it. It's a verbal tick, and now it's gonna bug the hell out of me. All right. Yep. Everybody's gonna know it now. All right, listen for me saying again every third word.
So again,
holy shit, it's been a year.
It has. We got me and Collin talked a little bit about it, analytics of stuff. What? How many views are we up to on the channel? You remember?
41.
Jesse.
Oh, here we go. It's Camp David.
Jesse
Jett. We're connecting
live
the
from
audio.
Camp David.
We're
It's
connecting
Jesse
the
Jett.
audio. He's wearing
Vanta black t-shirt.
Yep.
He's wearing an American Tradition t-shirt. Is what he's wearing.
I sure am.
Fuck yeah!
Flag.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody.
Is that a long sleeve?
Wait.
Where's the tank top?
Yeah,
it is.
Where's
It's
the guns.
It's a tank top over a long sleeve. It's like negative wind chill outside. It's
Yep, David gets
like
cold
that's
this
like
time of year, so
I feel like that's the fucking superhero equivalent of putting your underwear on the outside, the tank top.
Okay, you know, God,
over the thing.
Tara Reade in the house. We love you, Tara. You should dial in and say hi. But even if you don't want to, I understand, and we love you. And
Yeah.
You're an
are you
integral
guys
part of
going to
this
guilt
family,
trip
and
Jesse into getting pneumonia just so he could just put
that'd be great.
The merch? Is that what it is?
Masters
No,
of
he
Pyramid.
promised.
I think Tara.
So
Just.
he has to oblige.
I think Tara just tuned in to hear me cry. I think that's what it was. Jimmy, how are you again?
Yeah.
There we go again. Love you and appreciate everything you've done to support this.
Look at that.
You know what?
Look at that sexy.
Someone's been working those traps.
I promised.
Yeah,
I promised people a show. By God, we're gonna give them a show.
He's just been shrugging so much.
Baby.
So many shrugs. I don't know. Hey,
Jesse, you can't come to New York because this is a gun-free zone. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Firepower.
the veterinarian because those pythons are sick. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I thought I'm the one with the dad jokes here. Holy shit. So,
wait a minute,
dude, your stream earlier with JB, like in those clips, is fucking amazing. JB is fucking hilarious.
Oh,
I love him so much.
Oh, the best.
JB, my God, I don't know. And no drugs either. No alcohol, no drugs. That's all natural, JB. That's and he's just hysterical. He's wonderful. I love it so much.
Like butter on grits. You know,
Tara's saying that she's in the chat. She said, I was in airport security and the security person stopped me and I thought it was for one reason. She whispered, my shirt's on backwards, LOL. So speaking of wardrobe malfunction conversation, that's like a stand-up routine right there.
Right.
Tara's she's already preparing her 5 minutes for Carson. There you go.
That's awesome.
She'll love that reference. So yeah, holy shit. So, you know, I was just saying, I scheduled out 16 live streams today of people who recorded stuff just for for this today, who a year and a half ago really weren't even talking into a camera or weren't setting up a presence. And again, to provide them all with the support and the backing and the confidence to be able to know that they could do this. And even if nobody watches and nobody gives a crap, who cares? Let's just do it. And let's just have fun doing it. And and again, just to see all of this, it's wow. Wow. And we've had news shows to interview shows with people all over the world. Again, Tara has been interviewing people from Donbass and Russia and Syria, and I don't know if we have anyone from China yet, but Joe Nice joined us, and he was talking about the Queen of England. We've had people from all over the world on INN already. That's going to continue to grow. It's just unreal. We did live shows. We hadn't produced an original show. Now we've got several of them where we're making a new show. I said, well, we don't just make new shows, but American tradition is one of my favorite things to do every 2 weeks. And we're going to be doing more things around entertainment and news / variety. You're going to see in the next year and in the next month, maybe even next week, a new show starring a guy that's sitting here. Crab and Jesse have been collaborating on something that I'm going to run the board for, and I can't wait for that. And who knows what else is going to happen in the next year, because we don't. There is no definitive plan here. You know, we're kind of winging it and going at making it up as we go and reacting to what we're seeing in the market and what we're seeing in the world and in media and how they're shutting down certain channels, how they're letting people back on certain channels. Today it's RIP Twitter, but yet Twitter's still here and it's kicking ass and it's doing really well. Spoopy, again, without Twitter, there's a lot of people here we wouldn't know and be able to interact with on a daily basis. So I'm glad that it's not going away anytime soon.
Same.
So we started with 16. We added a few, and then we subtracted a couple, and then we added a few more, and then we subtracted 1 or 2 more. And there will be changes, and I think that's healthy. This is an ever-changing and ever-evolving space, and you have to constantly kind of reassess where people are and where you think you are, and if things are kind of working, and if they're not. You know, we're all in this to have fun, and we're not making a whole lot of money, if at all. Right now, we're not making any money. It's costing us money, and we love doing it, and happy to spend the money to do it. Looks like my mic's a little low.
If anyone knows how to convert rubles to U.S. currency, though, we might be doing better. You know?
Sure. So... And certainly if you could figure out how to unlock Voyager accounts.
Yeah.
Or FTX crypto accounts, guys. I do not have an FTX account, thank goodness. Some of us, I guess did, but were just playing games and knew that it was a scam to begin with. And that's an interesting story right there. And stay tuned for exactly what the fallout's going to be on that. BitConnect. Yep. So we've got Joe in the chat also. So, and we've
dude, his videos today made me cry too, man. The ones you like, Tara's ones,
yeah,
where she's talking about her story, they're fucking brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can watch that and not believe that woman, the fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and I didn't even
hell does not burn hot enough for that guy. Like, anyway,
I didn't even run the
much love to you, Tara. Much love
the
to you,
Assange one that he did for Action for Assange for the Julian Assange Day. That was another 6-minute video that was heart-wrenching.
Yeah, that one was amazing.
Oh my god, like that was I had a hard time.
I mean, he
MVP,
acts
man.
so humble about it, dude. Your videos are fire.
Yep.
Unreal.
There's a reason I wanted you. Like,
same. The first time I watched the video for Powerless, I cried like a baby. And
like,
and the next 12 times.
I don't know how that guy does it. Like, so quick.
Yep.
Like,
you guys are getting me again.
like, I don't have to get any direction from him. I just feel like, here's the stuff. What can you do?
Yeah.
And he's like, give me a minute.
And do that same with Crab, with like thumbnails for American Tradition. I'll just be like, hey, I'd love to be a werewolf under the blood moon, and he just makes this fantastic. Like, I'll just give him a couple words, like, Nancy Pelosi and some pills and a party, and he just goes to work, and it's like some
magical wizard in the back room spinning something, and then all of a sudden it's like
art robot. Yeah, you just give him a few keywords, and he just makes this masterpiece. It's more than I could have imagined. So both of them we're so lucky to have in our fleet of content creators.
The background on my desktop right now is from American Tradition episode 11, the blues one with the Blues Brothers. I look at that every day, and Crab made background. He's been on my background. Before that, it was the one with you with the Jesse with the boombox from Say Anything. That would kill me. That was on there for a good long time.
You mean hang on.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, that one for the cover of the Grift.
There it is. Nice.
IndieNews.shop, everybody.
Right.
I sound like Cenk Uygur. IndieNews.shop, and you can see it in the ticker and the scrolling in the bottom. Now I'm complete being a show.
Dude, Indie's kids know all, like, everyone's names. It's like, it's Jeffy. Like they know everything. It's Fabi. Like, it's hilarious.
Hi, Collin. Oh, they talk to Collin and Reef all the time. Oh yeah,
yeah.
When I say family, we really are family.
Well, not only that, your kids call you Indie now. So
yeah.
Which is the best.
Okay. They started doing that.
Oh
yes, they did. They started doing that, and now they go to school and they say, "My dad is Indie." And they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Funny. Yep.
I had the
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, pretty soon I'm gonna fill out my taxes.
We gotta get you a hat and a whip.
I'm gonna have to fill out an AKA on my taxes, literally. The nickname. Right? A bullwhip. And now he's apparently awesome. They're doing another Indiana Jones movie, I hear. So that's cool. Go ahead, Warren. Sorry, I keep stepping on you.
No, I was just gonna say that it was it's Indiana Jones 5 and the hip replacement of Doom. So unfortunately, he's gonna have to get one of those like wheelie walker things, we named a dog Indiana.
The search for Metamucil.
Search for Metamucil. Indiana Jones
and the Legend of the
And how do you land this plane?
Instead of a pit of snakes, he lands in a pit of hospital copays, and he's like, no, why did it have to be copays?
Indiana Jones and the who the hell are you people?
Indiana Jones and damn, this hurts.
Indiana Jones and the Legend of the Stone Senior. That's what you
know. Nazis, he's chasing kids out of his yard, and he thinks they're Nazis, and he's like, I defeated you.
Oh, that would be an incredible. You need like David Lynch on that. You need like, so it's like super disjointed in his head. It's like a horrible, like, he's just remembering the Ark of the Covenant. He's got PTSD. That'd be great.
Being
I'm
looked
down
at
for
by
that
top men.
dystopian movie.
Top men. Cut to the
Oh.
AARP building.
Right? Yeah.
He thinks he's getting
If
Hitler
you
to
have
sign his
diabetes.
book, but it's really his
pit of-
neighbor giving him his mail, you know.
They're selling
Pit of
reverse
Snakes is just a
mortgages.
ball pit at McDonald's. Like
Indiana Jones and the kingdom of reverse mortgages.
That's
right. He's fighting Tom Selleck.
That's
with
right.
I don't want a reverse mortgage.
Get off my
Get away from me,
plane.
Magnum. Get off of me, Magnum.
Get off my plane.
Well, yeah,
Wrong movie.
Indiana
Tara's on her way. Tara's on her way to 2K subs. She's getting there.
Sure is. She's
which
on her way
we
to
remember when she didn't have
monetization.
any.
Yeah, like
we've
March.
got we're at like 830, 41.
40.
I want to try to get to 1,000 by the end of the year, but you know, like in December we get one of these claims we have on the channel off because that they apparently don't like Ukrainians in and around like Nazi symbols. Apparently that's hate speech. So we have to let that go away in December, or is it September? One of those ones.
Yeah, it's like December
Early
3rd or December 5th,
3rd,
something like that.
Yeah, early
But,
December we get
yeah.
rid of that strike.
Then we'll get to some monetization, but just to go over a few of the analytics, we're at for the last 365 days, we're at 25.8K views, 4.8K watch hours, and 768 subs from what I'm seeing right here.
Over the last year, because technically we had we had several subs before the year started, you know, when we all signed up and we all subscribed ourselves. But, you know, I'm looking at all the stuff that we didn't even pack into today.
Yeah.
I created a new show earlier this year called Friends of Indie Left. There's been 11 interviews that have run all on INN. Luci has done interviews on INN exclusives. Noli and I did one with Mike from Blind Justice, and there have been several other exclusives. There
we could have filled
are
a whole nother day with
pretty much
content, honestly.
If we had the time to really prepare and lay out and edit and set up all these shows,
all the clips of INN members on other shows we were going to put into, you know, we had some stuff.
We did the student debt marathon, which we didn't even do half of. And then there was the Substack that we wrote collaboratively about Amazon and Chris Small's Amazon Labor. And we didn't even run anything having to do with that. Well, we did the segment on how do we miss that about breaking points. We read through one of those articles, but that was a series of articles. There was stuff about narrative management. I mean, there were, again, so many additional members. We didn't do really anything other than Bess being in a couple of different segments here and there. But Millennialsplaining, you know, she's been out and we love her and we want her to. She's been talking about coming back as soon as she's able to, and someday she'll make it back on the network. And you know, there are other people who we've been looking at, and this is something that we're still trying to figure out: is how do we figure out the process for new members? So that might be something for us to kind of talk about in a roundtable. But what we've pretty much come to a decision is that if somebody comes to us and says we want to join your network,
no,
usually the answer is no.
There's something wrong with you.
Usually the answer is going to be no.
First, you must answer our riddles 3.
Well, no.
Answer these 3 riddles.
Well, I'll say this, like...
Go ahead, Collin. Thank you.
I mean, you have to question the motives of somebody who just asks. Like...
Yeah.
Like, you essentially asked me, Indy, in the same way that you, Reef, asked me to be on INN. Like, Indy, I remember I wasn't like, I don't think I told you no, but I was kind of like, I have to think about it type thing, you know, because I didn't see myself, like I was starting my own channel, but I didn't think of it in terms of being in a network before. And then Reef, I told her flat out, hell no. because because it was just kind of like, oh, I don't have the like. I just feel like, for me in particular, who tends to want to be behind the scenes, I didn't want to necessarily be out front there like that, and then obviously seeing all the drama that kind of comes off, just as far as doing this, you're gonna get a lot of haters, and I sure got
Drama? Drama? I don't know what you mean drama. You have no drama. Bro, you didn't have any drama in the last week. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I think I said this with Reef privately, or even you, Indy. I think it means something when you're called into a role versus asking for it, because it shows that people recognize something in you that should be elevated. And if you're kind of going in, and I don't want to necessarily say it's arrogance, but but feeling like you almost deserve to be in this certain position, whereas if you're being called into it, I think takes on a different feeling. And I think for me, the idea that I was asked to be here, it just kind of, I think for me, it helps to humble me in the idea of like, I didn't ask for this, I didn't want this, but yet you and others thought that my presence in this space was necessary, and I don't take that lightly. Like, it kind of helps ground me in terms of, why I'm here versus I got here under my own power. But yeah, I just feel like, no, like, anyone who wants to be here, we'll call you. Like,
well, look, the way I explain it to people that reach out, and it's really sweet, and I don't want to be an asshole about it, and I don't want to be alienating anybody in the space. We look, we are on the left, we are inclusive, we do want to be respectful of people in the space, and look, people make great content, so we're not opposed to people who make great content that align with what we're doing. To me, it feels more like a natural fit where we're just kind of running together. We're talking. We kind of share similar audiences. People in our chats are talking about what you guys are. We kind of are present in each other's worlds beforehand, so that when we do ask, like when we asked Jesse to join, Jesse had already been a guest on several shows, and it was just like, yeah, nobody in the network was even opposed to it because he'd already kind of been a fit to begin with. And that's a good way to be a trial, and don't push to be guests on people's shows either, I would say. But it just kind of is a natural thing, I think.
But I think along with that, though, and you mentioned this earlier, I think not with everybody in the group, but I think for me, with a few people in particular, it's gone a lot closer besides, I just stream with you, or I just come on and do my thing and leave. Like, Inni and Reef, I talk to you guys pretty much every day, and even from that, the fact that, I get to know your kids virtually, but I say hi to them, that kind of shows, it's gone a lot deeper than just besides me being a personality and just kind of logging in. Crab, I heard of his name. I kind of knew who he was prior to. And now, we text each other almost every single day. So, so it's gone a lot deeper beyond just coming on, doing your thing, leaving, and hoping for likes and clicks. It's like, for me, for certain people, there is a connection there. Like, it's become more familial in that regard. So I think for us, it's the idea of, we're not looking for personalities, we're looking for people who are able to connect, with the people who are here, so because we kind of rely on each other, for some, like, even last night I had stuff to do and I dropped the ball as far as getting my, clip up or whatever, and Indy and I were kind of encouraging me to get it done, and then I got it done, and then I was able to go to the house party I was scheduled to go to. So it's just kind of like that stuff like that where we kind of watch over each other and kind of check in on each other. And I think ideally anyone who's coming into the space, in this network in particular, we kind of want, at least for me, I want to be able to kind of have that kind of relationship ideally where, it's not just like, hey, what's up? At least more like kind of getting involved in your life as much as you're willing to have your life involved.
And it's a trust thing. Look, we trust each other with our channels, basically. We all share Restream. We all trust each other with access to a central Substack and to somewhat speak for each other in a shared Twitter account and speak as a network together. And when we do that, we all kind of do that collectively. And I'm always careful. I know you are too, Collin. When we do take over the network's account, but yeah, it's hard to get everybody. Look, we have to trust, and that's what I wanted to get to. Was it's more than just contributing content to a network and putting your videos or your podcast on a schedule and getting it affiliated with a group of people, but we really, we talk all day long, and we have a shared kind of private conversation where we support each other, and sometimes we're having tough days, and we kind of vent and we talk about that stuff and help each other out. And can you share this link, because this is really important? And God, I'm waiting. I was Angel to pop in, but Angel had a rough day back in August, and I saw everybody in the network and everybody in our space really step up to try to help when his sister was missing for a day, and we couldn't find her, and everybody sharing and everybody talking and everybody getting the word out wherever we can in every network.
Yeah, I think for me, I think that's been the biggest thing. One of the biggest things, just in terms of being in the network. I think a lot like we don't do this. Like, this is not, for many of us, our job. This is kind of like our, I wouldn't say a hobby, but this is kind of something that we do on the side, many of us. Like, many of us, if not all of us, have jobs outside of this. So we have real problems with our work, with our families, all of that we have to do and do this. And those life moment stuff, sometimes can get in the way of us producing content. Like, we have several members, just due to life, had to kind of take a step back, and we support them for that. We acknowledge that, but we had other people like, Jesse, I know you're going through some stuff right now. Lauren, you went through some stuff, early in the year. I kind of went through some stuff like really all of this year up until maybe a couple months ago, so we were all kind of going through something, personal. And, but I really appreciated, just how, like, I remember in particular when, I got a call from my dad. He was like, come down to Barbados. My health is not doing so great. Come down. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, like Indy and Reef were like, yeah, step away, it's okay, we'll take care of it, and that situation didn't work out in the way I thought it to, and I was kind of like a hot mess for like a hot minute. And Reef and I kind of continued doing this, like, probably wasn't in the best mindset to continue streaming, but Innie and Reef at minimum knew what was happening, and they acknowledged it, and we talked through it, and I started getting better, because of it. And so I just feel like, I feel like that might be a little different for us and compared to maybe other networks that were able to do that for each other, like. For Warren, like, we fundraise for you, you know, like in terms of, you know, your issues and like with Angel, you know, and a couple of people right now that are kind of going through some shit, you know, but I love that when we're in that position, it kind of helps elevate us in terms of being like, no, we care about you genuinely. It's not, you're not just a face, you're not just a personality, you are a human being with real problems. And, you know, we want to help you. And I think considering we talk about it a lot of helping people, you know, we try wanting to help the world, you got to start in your house. And just being able to do that in the context of this network, I think has been really great. Which,
You know, and that's you know, I'm so glad you brought that up, Colin, because one of the things we talk about with mutual aid, and uh, I've learned so much from specifically Rome, Stabby, CJ, Nick, and JB, Afeni, and all of the current and former members of RBN and formerly Fred Hampton leftists. A lot of people in, you know, even Courtney and Keisha. Mutual aid is not just about giving money. It's about helping the person next to you with whatever they need. What I found I can do in a lot of ways with mutual aid is provide encouragement, provide an environment where people who are interested in doing this kind of thing can have the tools and the confidence and people behind them to say, yeah, we can do this. At least I want to take a shot and see if this is going to work and figure out what my lane's going to be and fail, and it's not going to hurt anything or anybody, and have fun doing it. And I have a few people that I've been talking with already, and one of them probably might be watching or listening, and she has done a solid over the last year to help out a couple of our members and actually finding them help find them jobs. And that is one of the things that I want to talk about and focus on is I love this space and we're all broke motherfuckers. We've got to figure out a way, and we've got, like, we're fighting the biggest machine there is, and we need, you know, when it comes to mutual aid, everybody needs a few bucks. And I know if we just, all of us were at a level where we were comfortable. And that's where I'm fighting to get everybody to, is getting everybody to a full-time employed job where they're not worried about making rent on a monthly basis. And I've been hearing that too much within our own family as well as within our own community. And it's sad and it's scary and it's frustrating, and it's, you know, Reef talked about me being up till 3 a.m. every night and having a full-time job and 3 kids, and why I do this, and it's because of this. It's because, thankfully, by grace of God and everything else, and luck and pigmentation and however else you want to call it, placement, I've been put in a position where I'm fortunate enough to be able to do this and give back, while still maintaining my job and still keeping 12 juggling balls in the air. It's hard.
Freezing.
It's hard every day, I'll say. It's not easy. It's
crazy.
Yes, crazy. And I do it because I love you all, and because the people who do this are completely underappreciated in every way, shape, and form, and have so much more value than they know, and so much more value and credit than they give themselves, and they sell themselves short regularly. And part of it is because the machine, the corporate capitalist machine, beats the shit out of them ego-wise, and media tells them that they're not worth it when they absolutely are. And I see some of these people thrive and flourish and grow, and I see the potential in so many people, and that, I guess that's the dad in me. And it sets a fire in me to the point where people just don't understand. They don't get it, and I can't explain it. I can only just give them what I can give and show them by my actions how I feel about them, how I want to contribute, and what I want to do to help everybody, from providing a Restream account that has premium and no Ukraine badging. And fuck you guys at Restream for putting the goddamn Ukraine badging. You guys are fucking perpetrating a fraud for Nazis.
And also changing the whole page
Get 'em,
system
Dad.
so that we have to redo things. Like,
all right.
Anyway.
But Restream is also a great platform and a great software, even though they do implement that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta slap you a little bit because the Ukraine shit is really disturbing, especially on anybody who doesn't pay you to take that shit off. That's disgraceful. So you got to make me pay to get rid of the Nazis. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Good job, guys.
That's how they get
you
you.
guys. I found out today, and I had no idea that today for me is 2 years ago is when I actually created the Extra Bulla channel. Right.
Hey, happy anniversary!
Yeah, I know.
Extra.
It's like all the stars are aligning today, right? But but you know, you was talking earlier about mutual aid, and what you guys did for me was just like immeasurable. I mean, it was just and not just the monetary stuff. The monetary stuff obviously was helped me out immensely, but 2 years ago when I started this channel, I thought, okay, I'm just going to start something fun. You know, I want to see if I can do some live streaming. I'd come into some money to buy equipment, and I said, okay, I'm going to start doing this. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. I know I wanted to do something silly and fun. And at first, yeah, it was, I got to talk to people on the show, and I wanted to try and do something different than what was going on in the space. And then when you guys approached me about joining INN, at first I was like, well, I'm not really a newsy type show, you know. I don't know how I would fit in, but it wasn't a matter of fitting in with the content. It was a matter of eventually forming like a family, like you said, you know, and I think that helped put me into focus, you know, what my goals are, right? So like this, as you said, as Collin said, you know, this has been a rough year for all of us. It was a rough year for me too. It was very touch and go for me at certain points this year, but you know, thanks to you guys and for your love and support, not only have I come out of the hole, now I have a lot more focus as to what I want to do. You know, now I've got this job that I can, where I can work from home, and where I can also focus my efforts on, you know, making the show better, you know, trying to put the pieces all in the right order where everything works. And it would that would never have happened if it wasn't for the love and support of INN and the family that we've made here, you know, and it's just 1 year. That's just 1 year, you know.
Yeah.
And I think Reef said this earlier in a stream. He said he's excited to see what's going to happen in the next year, and so am I, you know, like what new adventures we're going to get into, how we're going to expand, how we're going to change and grow. And
yeah.
You know, for the first time in a while, you know, I can safely say that, you know, even though this world we live in is a real, you know, shithole, the future that we have, I think is pretty bright, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, same. Holy crap. There's so many things to.
I'm super proud of like the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know.
So many elements, so many
Like-
facets. Figuring out
I've been
new
emotional about it
platforms,
all day.
writing, you
I'm a
know.
little crying baby mess.
We're all cycling
Seriously.
together. It happens when you're on
Oh.
a network together, you know, once you
Yep.
work in close proximity.
I mean,
Big laugh there,
writing,
thank you.
Yeah.
writing Substacks, and the way that we
Get flow.
done that.
Here's that red wave we were promised.
It just wasn't the red wave you were thinking of, but that was a red wave.
I mean,
Oh,
they
yeah,
did
we
say it
have
was
fun
going to
here.
be like The Shining. You know,
The elevator is full of blood. Oh boy, that's a rabbit hole.
You know, I got hooked up.
Is that what they call it?
I got hooked up with a company earlier this year that I'm hoping will end up making a big splash for everybody. And a couple of people in the space have already kind of set me up with some appointments, but that I see as a potential avenue for people who have communication skills. And I think that if there's any interest and you aren't really doing very well in your job and you can't stand what you're doing, but you like communicating, you have skills on a mic, you're doing this, you can be on camera, you don't mind getting on the phone with somebody. There are jobs where you can do this from home with your equipment and make 50, 60, 70,000 a year and up.
Get a job. All right.
No, not get a job. But look, if you want a job, don't get discouraged that you can't get a job, because that's one of the things I've seen, even again amongst our family, is I want to see people. And again, this is the dad part of me, but if you want to work, I want you to be able to work, and that is, and to have a job that makes you happy, because you don't have to be miserable in this world. I see too many people that are abused by their bosses and that work for the machine that don't necessarily have to. And I didn't have to do it that way. And I want to help more people do it the way I did. And I get that that's not for everybody, but if it's for you and you have a path that can follow along anywhere close to what we can support, you know, we're going to be right there behind you. You know, I've seen so much talent from the people, like I said, in this network and around it and in other networks that I could see translating very easily and being really successful if they wanted to be in the business world. And they all kind of look at me and go, come on. I know people that have a lot less talent than these folks, and a lot less heart and soul and feeling, and they're successful. So to me, the most successful people that I've been around in business are the ones that actually care about the people around them. And
yeah,
that's who I've figured out how to surround myself with. And sometimes I make mistakes and I make some bad judgment calls, and because I'm too accepting at times and not as selective, and I have other people that bring me back to reality on that. I'm more of a kumbaya kind of guy. Collin's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me, Collin? Am I not a kumbaya kind of guy?
No, it's just we've been there.
It's Bert and Tom. So one of the inside baseball every Monday. Me and Reef, again, we're on Discord hanging out just about all day, every day. It's family. Reef and I are like family. We're brothers, and even though we've never actually met in person, that's a secret behind the scenes. Reef and most of us have never actually met in person, but some of us have and gotten together.
And a few chances at a few of you, we'll get close eventually.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this at some point. We're gonna when we are really monetized in some way. I guarantee there's going to be some way to get everyone together. But
the INN compound is being blueprinted.
Jesse and Tara got to meet at the CPI event in Chicago. I got to go to a comedy show earlier this year with Les Bones and with Greg, and I got to go. Luci came to my house, and she needed a computer for the student debt marathon. That was another thing that we pulled off within a month of becoming a network. Yeah, well, Spoopy wants to be part of the INN compound. You got it. We got you. We need to build a pretty big building for that, for sure.
I do imagine that it's just a matter of time. Like one day I'll be out fly fishing like I usually do, and then all of a sudden the Indy will just land in this like
Camp
INN
David
helicopter. And he'll just be like, it's time, you know.
Yeah, let's go.
It's time.
I'm getting too old.
You get a sunglasses with a message in it that explode right after.
Yep.
You know.
Well, no, except it's indie, so it'll probably be like a computer or something
Yeah.
You know, being like,
and I'd take off my glasses in a very David Caruso.
a la Charlie's Angels type thing.
Yeah. It's got to have the nice Miami scenes. I love like the cinematography of that show might be my favorite ever from CSI Miami. So that's really funny.
I think the biggest reason of our success, we all care about everyone, like to no end. Like, I look forward to the next year with everyone.
Yep.
You know. So
and again,
it's 1050. By the way,
it's
and shout out to our family, not within the network, but including in that, you know, our audience. You know,
extended family.
I think it's just been very. Here we go.
There's some more fans.
Oh,
this guy.
We've got the creative director. Okay, so this is like a directorship meeting. So now you got the creative director.
I look forward to the next year with everyone.
All right, mute your shit.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we got the creative director.
Like the guy calls
we got the
in.
musical director. We got our technical director down on the bottom row. All right, and now we've got our humor, our director of comedy, and whatever the hell you want to call me. And then we got Collin, who directs the rest of it. He's the director of the channel and all the online properties. Oh, now Greg's disappeared. Bye, Greg. Now he's off cam. Everyone loves Greg's hair. Greg's fixing his hair.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
But
I should have done the Pac-Man.
We've had I think there were 10 new people that have come onto the network, or 9 since we started. Greg and Jesse are 2 of them. Angel, Chris Legion didn't start with us, but were quickly added. And Kris is freaking great. You know, Angel, everyone just brings so much to the table. And they all just started doing this. And again, we felt like we're all missing a little bit, but we've got skills. And
I can't believe Tara just had Ryan Grimm hair. That's fucking
Grimm hair. Oh, Tara with the diss track. All right, but everybody has.
That's like
emotional.
That's like telling your wife. It's like the equivalent of that.
No.
Wow.
Can I just say?
Wow.
Can I just say? Like, I'm really glad that as a network, to celebrate our 1-year anniversary, we were able to release Trump from Twitter jail.
We got Donald Trump back on Twitter, guys.
We did. Yeah, we were able to slip. Elon. Grab.
Well, INN News is switching to all Trump coverage soon. So
Crystal Ivalis is going to be jealous.
Fun.
We're going to give Crystal a run for his money.
Actually, we should convert to a QAnon.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
All I gotta say,
and then make it big up our own shit.
Gonna be huge.
At that point,
very
we
good.
Theorize about literally anything.
It's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge.
Everybody's gonna be funny.
Twitter's great.
You love it.
People have told me.
Mar-a-Lago.
People are saying. People are saying that Joe Biden is a communist. Joe Biden, he can barely speak. Meanwhile, again.
Out of all seriousness, like, I'm really surprised about like how much they're pushing this guy now. Like, oh, he's back, and then now he's back on Twitter. Like, I mean,
yeah, because he brings money,
ratings.
So,
it's ratings, dude. It's all about ratings.
I guess they ran out of the women's rights and
This is elections over. This is elections over. Twitter,
like,
dude, it's gonna be the most important election of our lifetime.
R.I.P. Twitter.
They literally had like they had like a meeting room, and they're just a bunch of guys in suits are like, okay, shit, what do we do now? And then they're just like, we got to get Trump. We got to bring him back.
We got to do it.
It's a CNN boardroom
of the world as we know it.
And as anyone who's followed the network knows, we bully Democrats. And we uplift the right wing in every way possible.
Yes.
As evidenced by part of our notes from our last meeting, I have here phase 1 trash Dems, Phase 2, big trumpet.
Big
Oh, dude,
trumpet.
come
That's what
on.
we've entered
Yeah.
into today. We're into
Those were
phase
the
2.
secret
So
notes in crayon. Yep.
beneath
I
that, you can
want
see I have
Jesse-
the word laundry written.
Yep.
I
Yep.
want-
Well, no, that was
Jesse
that
to
was
have-
just
for
that was
Jesse.
Joe Biden in Ukraine with FTX and SBA. That's the
I
laundry.
want Jesse with a
Laundry.
train whistle, with a Trump train. You know, that's what we need.
Oh my goodness.
I do. I have one of my kids' old Thomas train whistles around here. So
Yeah.
we'll bring that in for the next one.
Oh my God.
Speaking of the end of the world, it's probably time to wrap, boys.
We've got a few minutes. What time have we got?
I don't know how much. I think that thing goes up at 11:15.
We can go right up to I think
So, and I don't know how
11:10.
much.
We go up to 11:10 and it'll still go just.
Well, we should still probably wrap.
Yeah,
It's
we're.
going to take you 5 minutes.
Are you
Wait,
gonna put the
why?
timer on? Are you gonna put the timer on, dude? Come on. I know he's gonna put
No,
the timer on.
I'm
He
not.
always does. But
I wouldn't do that.
yeah, I know. We have. Thank you. We have a central network link tree that's really easy to find. All of our channels. IndieNews.network. See, I don't need to spend an hour promoting. However,
Perfect.
when you go to IndieNews.network, you will see that there's also one called a button called Meet the Members, which takes you to a second link tree. You know the link trees can actually link to other link trees? Yeah, how about that?
Like a link tree within a link tree.
The link tree within a link tree,
Yeah.
which then goes to another link tree
Inception with
because
trees.
I didn't know
Angel's
you
tree.
have a custom domain. That's like cool. I
Well,
didn't.
Yeah.
you can, but we actually have a guy that redirects domains anywhere you want and will mask it securely.
We got a guy.
So we got a guy.
You got a guy.
Shout out to Josh over at White Hat Productions. He helped us with the Indie Media Awards, and I did want to shout out the Indie Media Awards. Go to indiemediaawards.com. There, we spotlighted 39 content creators, from writers to outlets to streamers, who are featured in Independent Left.News on a regular basis, who do amazing work, who are really the best of the best. And we would not be where we are in this space without them. They really do keep us informed, and they help us question the narratives, and they help make up a lot of this independent space. We're ever grateful to them, and that's why we created these awards, and we're mailing them out to the honorees, and we're planning on doing this on an annual basis. We timed it with Action for Assange, and we've been involved with direct action with the March for Medicare for All. We supported Savage Joy in her efforts to do that, and the team over there. We broadcast all that stuff when they did a live stream virtual in March. We've done so many things to try to help out everybody in the space and be a member of a community, and exist where we didn't a year ago. And
Speaking of community, that IndieNews.network, you go to Meet the Members, you'll find all the links to everyone in this community.
That's right.
In that link tree.
I'm not going to
and ways to
blubbery.
support us.
because
Financial ways to support us. Go like all the stuff you can. Go sub to all the stuff you can. Share us
You
around.
know what? Tell your mom to subscribe. Don't even explain to her what it is. Just tell
Just take her phone and do it.
To subscribe. Tell your cousins to subscribe. Tell all your friends to subscribe. Just this one time.
You know what I'm saying? But
I
anyway,
like that idea. So, man, we're again on every platform you can think of: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. We're pitching. Psst, 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 psst. And Jesse is
up here. I'm gonna need you to get that fucking soundboard ready. Come on.
Come on. We got to do it.
I don't get the sound unless you come up. Come on.
Come on.
Oh yeah, we got
And
the
of
man
course,
right here.
Yeah, and of course that we can't
Come on.
forget
Yeah.
thanking Jesse for
Who are these people?
because without him, we had a game, we had shows. There's so many more things to check out on INN and explore. Go to our channels. Go to our Substack. Follow our members. You're gonna learn a ton of stuff.
But anyway,
Have a great night,
signing
everybody.
off.
Thank you so
As
much.
always, labels are bad. Stay independent, everybody. Good night, fam. Seeing a bit for Reefer After Dark. You get to see past Jesse and past Yeti.
Warren.
kitty.
Turn on the mic.
Okay, we're out. Here we go. I'm going to the outro now.
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say? So I try.